Today our practice is going to focus on folding. So when we fold our bodies, like for example when we are sitting down and we fold forward to reach our feet, even when we're standing and we fold forward downwards towards the earth, it has this effect of calming down our blood pressure. So today's practice will be a little bit more gentle and more calming. We're going to be doing a few more forward folds in a variety of different positions. And as we do this, I want you to focus mentally and emotionally on the idea of coming closer towards yourself. As we physically come closer and fold inwards, we want to focus as well on how we can bring our attention inwards, how we can come closer to our own voice, our own feelings. We can use our external environments, maybe the distractions that are happening, things that are trying to pull our attention away, and work towards drawing inwards a little bit more. Okay, so trust yourself, trust the practice, enjoy it, and let's give ourselves this time to get closer to ourselves and to one another. We'll begin in a seated position. As you're ready, you can come down to your mat. Cross-legged position, I invite you to draw the left heel in towards the pelvis, and then the right heel will draw in front of it. Sometimes it's easier to take this position than a full cross-legged, especially first thing in the morning when our hips might be a little bit stiff. So just drawing one heel in and then drawing the other in, stacking the heels one in front of the other. We'll come to this nice seated position as we spread our sits bones across the earth and begin to allow our spine to rise up, tailbone extends and grounds down, and crown of the head lengthens up towards the sky. We'll take a few moments in the beginning of our practice to just connect with our breath and connect with our presence as we begin to feel the support of the ground beneath us. We allow our knees to fall open. We allow our hips to begin to relax. You can place your hands to the tops of the knees. You can place them in your lap if that feels more comfortable. And if this position is not comfortable for you, feel free to take any seated position, maybe sitting up on a blanket or a pillow if that helps as well. You may want to close down your eyes here or just soften your gaze. And as we begin, we'll lengthen the inhale, taking a deep inhale in through the nose and a long exhale out the nose. So beginning to lift that heart space as you inhale, relaxing the shoulders down from the ears, and just allowing the navel to draw back to the spine as you exhale. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Listening to the sound of your breath. Drawing your attention inward. Imagine the breath traveling all the way up the spine as you inhale. And feel the navel draw back towards the spine as you exhale. As you're ready, you can begin to place your hands on the ground in front of you. We're going to come into our first fold as we walk our hands forward. Fingertips are going to reach forward, lengthen through the crown of the head, allow your sits bones to stay grounded down, and if you'd like, you can begin to relax your chest, maybe your forearms down to the ground, feeling the opening in the hips, relaxing the knees down, and just focusing on the inhale in through the nose, exhaling out through the nose, You can even bring your forehead, if it's accessible, all the way down to the ground. We'll press into the hands to rise up, and we'll walk the hands over to the right hand side, taking them over the right knee. Again, we'll lengthen through the crown of the head, and on the exhale, let's relax the chest down over that right leg. Again, maybe bringing the forearms down, maybe bringing your chin or your nose down to your knee. Remembering to keep your hips and your sits bones anchored down to the earth. We're opening up the hip space here. Just allow the breath to travel into the space. Big inhale and long exhale. As we press into the hands, we'll rise back up and walk the hands back through center and over the left. Again, reaching through the crown of the head, anchoring this right hip down. We'll lengthen and then relax and lower. Now this side might feel different for you. It certainly feels different for me. There's a lot more tightness in my right side. Just take a moment to notice that. Explore the feeling in your body as you draw closer down towards yourself. Just reminding yourself that this practice is not about pain. It's not about feeling the tension or overstretching. It's about exploring the feelings in the body. So be mindful and kind to yourself. Press into your hands, lift up and inhale. And we're going to uncross the legs. This time, bringing the right heel in close to the pelvis as the left heel stacks on top. So opposite foot comes inward, again taking this heel stacking one in front of the other. We'll lengthen and sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders down. We'll walk the hands forward and relax the chest, maybe relaxing the forehead or the chin down to the ground. Again, explore how this side might feel a little bit different for you. I can already feel in myself that I have a little bit more mobility here. My hips feel a little bit more open. Just have fun, be kind, and breathe into the space that you're making. As you're ready, you can press into your hands and lift the torso. We'll walk them back towards the pelvis, and then we'll walk them over to the right side. Fingertips are going to lengthen forward, lengthening up along the spine, taking a big inhale up in here, and exhaling and lowering the chest over the right leg. Maybe relaxing the chest, the forehead down, forearms come down to the ground. Bringing your awareness to this left hip here, allowing the left hip to anchor down into the ground. Remembering to breathe. Beautiful breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Beautiful. Press into your hands, rise up once more. We'll take it over to the other side for the last time. Walking the hands over the left, lengthening up the spine, and relaxing the chest over the left leg. Again, explore how the side body feels here. If this side feels different than the other. Just breathing and making space in the body to welcome any sensations that arise. Drawing down closer to yourself to feel the sensations. And just to explore what feels good. Let's press up to inhale. Beautiful. Okay, we'll uncross the legs here, and let's take them out nice and wide for a wide-legged forward fold. So opening up the hips here, we'll lengthen the legs out to the corners of the room, flex the toes back towards the shins, and you can place your fingertips on the ground here if this is comfortable, just remaining lengthened, crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. If you'd like, you can walk the hands forward and maybe bring the chest closer towards the earth. It really helps if you flex these toes because it engages the muscles in the legs and keeps the backs of the legs anchored down to the ground. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings, the back of the legs. Maybe you're feeling the stretch in the inner thighs here. Just explore and breathe into the space. Lovely. We'll lift up. We'll walk the hands over to the right, placing one hand to each side of the right leg. Inhaling, lengthening, and exhale and fold. Anchoring down in that left sit bone. Continuing to flex those toes towards the face. Breathe into the side body here. Beautiful. We'll lengthen and lift. Walk the hands through center and over to the other side. One hand on each side of the leg. We'll lengthen through the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale and lower. Just feel the opening in the side of the right body here. Breathing into the right hip. Anchoring those legs down by flexing those toes towards the face. Big, beautiful breath in. Exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale and release. Lovely work, everyone. We'll walk the hands back through center and lift up. Bring the legs in, and we're going to come to a seated position by bending our legs, bringing our knees together, and sitting back on our heels. So if this is not comfortable for you, you can take your knees wide. Maybe you place a block or a pillow underneath your tailbone. If your knees are sensitive, you can place a blanket underneath your knees. Okay, we're sitting back on our heels. All 10 toes are facing backwards. Our knees are facing forwards. Bringing the knees together as much as is comfortable for us. We'll roll the shoulders back and lift the heart space here. Just feel the length along your spine. Imagining the breath traveling all the way up along the spine on the inhale and descending back down on the exhale. Lifting the sternum here. One more big inhale. Beautiful. We're going to take our hands and we're going to bring them behind the back, interlacing the fingers. We're going to roll the shoulders onto the back and open up that heart space. Pressing the knuckles down and away, we're going to take a big inhale here. On the exhale, I want you to begin to fold forward. As you bring the forehead down to the ground, continue to press those knuckles behind you. I'm going to keep my head lifted so that my voice doesn't get muffled here. So just listen to the sound of my voice. Forehead is coming down towards the earth, and your nose is coming in towards your knees. Your fingertips and your knuckles are reaching up behind you. Now from here, I want you to roll onto the crown of your head. So really draw your nose in towards the knees. And you're going to press down into the tops of your feet and the tops of your shins as you lift your hips up and roll onto the crown of your head. This is our rabbit pose. So we're reaching the fingertips up behind us, lifting the hips up gently, and rolling onto the crown of our head. Stay for a breath. Inhale. Exhale and release. Beautiful. Relax the hands down for a child's pose. Sitting back on the heels here, just take a breath. We'll come into that pose another time, so you'll have another chance at it. Just take a few breaths here. Lovely. Let's get set up again. So we'll bring those hands behind the back. This time try and stack the opposite thumb on top, interlacing the fingers. So it might feel a little bit weird or awkward, but that's okay. We're just exploring a different feeling here. We're going to roll the shoulders down and back from the ears and reach the knuckles away. Bringing the forehead to the ground and drawing the nose in towards the knees. We're going to press down into the tops of our feet and our shins and lift the hips as we roll onto the crown of the head. Knuckles are reaching up behind us, pulling the shoulder blades together on the back. Coming in for our rabbit pose. If for any reason this makes you feel lightheaded, please just come back to a child's pose. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale and release. Nice work. Relax the hands down. Relax in a child's pose for a few breaths here. As you're ready, we're going to begin to walk the hands forward and come down onto our bellies, lengthening the legs behind us. So we always have a tendency to fold forward in our bodies, but we're going to try and open up the body by folding over to the side. So extend your arms out to a capital T. Okay, we're going to prop up on the right fingers. So bend your right elbow and place the fingertips on the ground. Lengthening the left arm out to your side. We're going to bend the right leg. Toes are pointing up towards the sky. And if it feels good for you, begin to roll onto the left side as you place the sole of the right foot behind the left leg. Bringing the side of the head down to the ground. You may feel a stretch across the chest, maybe in the left shoulder here. If this is uncomfortable, you can bring your hips back down to the earth, but just play with the feeling here, maybe moving forward and back, finding a little bit of sway, just opening up the side body. It's almost like we're folding our bodies over to the side, relaxing that left leg, keeping it anchored to the ground, and breathing into that left shoulder. Just allow the breath to relax any tension across the chest or the back of the shoulder. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale and release back down. Lengthening that right arm out to the side. We'll prop up on the left fingertips, so bending the left elbow, placing the fingertips on the ground. We'll bend the left knee, pointing the toes up towards the sky. And when you're ready, you can begin to roll onto your right side. Placing the sole of the left foot behind the right leg and relaxing the side of the head down to the ground. Again, if this is too much for you, you can roll back to the center. You can find a little gentle sway, maybe rolling forward into the side. Just exploring the feeling in that right shoulder across the right side of the chest. Allowing the right side of the body to relax down to the ground as you take some big breaths in through the nose. And exhale. Beautiful work, everybody. As you're ready, roll back to center. And we're going to come up onto all fours. So press into the hands and stack the shoulders over the wrists. Hips are going to come under the knees. We're going to come into a gentle cat-cow. Tops of the feet are on the ground, and on an inhale, we're going to raise the chin, open the heart space forward. On the exhale, we'll round the spine, pull the back of the heart up towards the sky as you press away from the ground. Moving with your breath into an inhale into cow. Feeling the stretch along the spine. Maybe finding some organic movement forward and back if that feels good for you. Just enjoy the fluidity in your spine here. Drawing closer as you draw the chin into the chest. Inhaling and opening up that heart forward. A few more rounds with your breath. Exhale on the cat. Inhaling into cow. Last one, wherever you are. And coming back into tabletop, we'll spread the palms wide, making sure our index finger is pointed forward toward the top of the mat. We'll tuck the back toes as we come in for our first downward dog, slowly lifting the back of the hips up towards the ceiling or the sky, keeping your knees bent as much as you'd like, lengthening the arms and pressing the chest back towards the tops of the thighs. If it feels good for you, you can allow your heels to lengthen down to the ground. And now imagine shining your elbow creases forward so that your upper arm bones are almost rotating outwards. I know that's a lot of cues. If none of them land with you, no problem. Just find what feels good for you in this position. If you'd like to remain with your knees on the ground, also great choice. Maybe you bend one knee and then the other, exploring a little bit of movement as we walk our dog, making sure that you're pressing into all four corners of the palm. Maybe you're making fists if you have any wrist issues. Feel the length up along your spine as you inhale and exhale. Maybe you take a moment in stillness here, pressing that chest back towards the tops of the thighs. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Now bend the knees generously. Take your gaze up towards your hands and walk your feet up towards your hands. We'll keep our feet about a hip-width distance apart as we come into a ragdoll forward fold. So just allowing the head to relax down to the ground. Maybe we'll grab opposite elbows here. Maybe you shake side to side, a little bit of sway. Maybe releasing the neck by shaking the head yes and no. Pressing into those feet just to allow your spine to be fluid here. Just coming closer to the sensations in our bodies as we fold in towards ourselves. As you're ready, you can place your fingers on the ground, and if you'd like, you can bring your feet together with the big toes touching and the heels slightly apart. We're going to come into a halfway lift. So allowing the fingertips to rise up along the fronts of the shins, we'll inhale and lengthen the spine to reach the crown of the head forward. Imagine keeping the back of the neck nice and long, so don't lift the gaze to crank the neck. Maybe keep your gaze down and think of reaching outward through the crown of the head. Pull the shoulders down from the ears, take an inhale, exhale and fold. Again, just relax the head here, bend the knees as much as you'd like. Feel that length in your spine as the tailbone rises up. We'll take an inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, coming into that halfway lift, rolling the fingertips up along the front of the shins, keeping a nice flat back, tailbone extends out, crown of the head forward, shoulders down from the ears, drawing the lower belly up and in. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale and release. Nice work, everybody. Again, maybe finding a little bit of sway here. We'll do that one more time. Just releasing the lower back. Pressing down into the feet, let's inhale, rise up into that halfway lift once more. Reach out towards the horizon. Take an inhale, exhale, one more inhale, exhale and release. Beautiful work, everyone. This time we'll press down into the feet and rise slowly all the way up, taking our arms with us as we reach the arms up overhead. Bring the hands together overhead and draw them down through heart center, bringing them in front of the heart. Let's take a moment here to connect with our breath, taking a big inhale in through the nose, feeling your feet grounding down into the earth. Bend your knees slightly to lengthen that tailbone down. We're finding our mountain pose here. Maybe you relax the hands down. Shoulders relax down from the ears. Nice work. We're going to do a few sun salutations here to warm up the body. So let's begin by inhaling, reaching the arms up overhead. On the exhale, we'll fold forward. Hands cut a line down through the center. We'll inhale into a halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches out towards the horizon. Exhale and fold. Step back with the right leg. Finding our runner's lunge here. Back heel presses away. Front knee stacked over that front ankle. Maybe we shift forward and back for a little bit of movement here. Just feeling the opening in the hips. Pressing that heel back. Nice work, everybody. From here, we'll lower the back knee. You can untuck the back toes, keeping your fingertips on the ground and a long spine, coming into our low lunge. Or maybe inhaling and lifting the torso, pressing into the front foot, or reaching the arms up overhead. Imagine drawing this left leg back into the hip socket. Front of the right hip draws forward. Inhaling, reaching up through the fingertips, opening up that heart space. Big inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. Once again, coming into our runner's lunge. From here, we're going to begin to come into a modified pyramid pose. So you can keep the back heel lifted and begin to lengthen the front leg as you draw the hips upward. And maybe the crown of the head relaxes down as the nose comes towards the knee. If you'd like, you can step the back foot in slightly if that feels better for you. Maybe grounding the heel down. We'll inhale, again coming into our runner's lunge, lifting the back heel, opening up the heart forward. And on the exhale, let's draw the back of the hips up once again. Nose is coming towards the knee, crown of the head lowering down to the ground. Again, inhaling into your runner's lunge. A big stretch for that front hamstring, opening up the heart. Exhaling, lifting the back of the hips. I invite you to find a little bit of fluidity here. So if you'd like to take it at your own pace, just find what feels good for you here as you open up. Lifting the hips. Just a couple more rounds, inhaling as you come into your runner's lunge, opening up the heart. Exhaling as you fold and draw inward. We'll take one more wherever you are. Nice work, everybody. Finding that runner's lunge once more. We'll rock up and step the back foot in. Relax the crown of the head down. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press down and rise all the way up. Tall mountain. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Coming onto the other side, we'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale and fold, and step the left leg back this time. Back heel lifted, pressing away. Crown of the head reaches forward, finding your runner's lunge. Maybe rocking forward and back. Try to sink the hips here in your runner's lunge. So don't pike the hips up. Press into the front foot. Front knee over that front ankle, and maybe a little bit of gentle sway forward and back, if that feels good for you. When you're ready, you can ground the back knee down. We're coming into our low lunge. Top of the back foot can come down. You can lift the torso, hands to hips, or reach the fingertips up overhead. Relaxing the shoulders as this right leg draws back into the hip socket, front of the left hip draws forward. Lifting the sternum, low lunge here, activating the strength in our legs. Take a big inhale, exhale, one more inhale, exhale, release the hands back down. We'll find our runner's lunge once more, lift the back knee. Again, a little bit of sway just to open up the hips as we come into our modified pyramid pose. So on an inhale, we're going to open up the heart space, present the heart forward, lift the chin. On the exhale, press into the front foot as you lift the hips up towards the sky. Maybe this back foot comes in slightly as you send the hips back, and the nose comes towards the knee as the crown of the head relaxes down. Lengthening that front leg. Again, let's inhale, bend the front knee, lift the back heel. Finding our runner's lunge, opening up the heart space. Exhale, lift the back of the hips, send the hips back as you lengthen the front leg. Finding your flow here, finding what feels good for you. If this does not feel good for you to lengthen the front leg, then I invite you to stay in your runner's lunge. Again, you can step the back foot in as much as you need to. You can keep the front knee bent. Just play and explore here. Find what feels good for you and your body today. We'll do a few more rounds, inhaling and lifting the heart, and exhaling and drawing inwards. One more wherever you are. Nice work, everybody. We'll plant the hands. We'll step back into our plank or knees down for half plank. Shoulders are over wrists. Elbows hug inwards as you lower the front body. Hands are by the rib cage as you press down into the pubic bone and lift the chest for baby cobra. Roll the shoulders onto the back. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower the front body. Leaving the knees on the ground or activating the legs, we'll press back up into plank and push back for downward dog. Stay for a breath here. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees generously. Gaze towards your hands and step forward. Nice work finding your forward fold once more. Inhaling into a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press down into the feet, root to rise. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Second round, let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Stepping the right foot back. Finding your runner's lunge once again. We'll come into that wave as we inhale, open up the heart space. Exhale, lift the hips up as the nose comes towards the knee. Crown of the head relaxes down. Again, twice more. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, press into the front foot as you lengthen the front leg. Relax the head down. Once more. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, lift the back of the hips, stretching the backs of the legs. Again, runner's lunge here. Find your footing. Press into the front foot and rise into a crescent lunge. So you can place your hands on your hips or you can reach the hands all the way up overhead. Again, drawing the left leg into the hip socket, pressing back with that right heel. Let's find the scissoring effect with the legs. Find that strength as you inhale and reach. On the exhale, release the hands and interlace them behind the back. Just like we did in our rabbit pose, we're going to roll the shoulders onto the back. press the knuckles away. And if you'd like to come with me, we're going to begin to fold the body forward so that the outside of the left shoulder comes to the inside of the left knee. Okay, back heel is still pressing away. So we're in this lunge. If it feels better for you, you can lower the back heel. Okay, come into a warrior one footing. So your toes are pointing in, heel is grounded down. Maybe that gives you a little bit more security with the feet. Keep reaching away with those knuckles. Take an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more, stay here, inhale, exhale. Release the hands back down to the ground. Find your runner's lunge once more and step back into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Coming onto the left side. We'll inhale, big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold, stepping the left foot back this time. Again, finding that runner's lunge. Inhaling, opening the heart forward. Exhaling, lengthening the front leg. Nose towards the knee, hips send backward. Inhale, opening up the heart. Relax the shoulders down from the ears. Exhale, round inward. Rounding your spine as if you're coming into a cat. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling, lifting the back of the heart, cat. Nice work. Find your cow, your runner's lunge, and press into the front foot. Inhale, reach the arms up for a crescent lunge. Pull the right leg back into the socket. Back heel presses away. Take a big inhale. Exhale, relax the shoulders. You can stay here if you'd like, or if you're coming with me, take a big inhale. Exhale and release the hands and interlace the fingers. Opposite thumb on top this time. Roll the shoulders back. Open up the heart space. Inhale, lift the sternum. Exhale, begin to fold forward as the outside of the right shoulder comes to the inside of the right knee. You can keep the back heel lifted or you can lower it down, pivoting the foot. Relax the crown of the head down. Knuckles reach up behind you. Press into that front foot. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the strength in your legs here. Enjoy the moment. One more big inhale. Exhale. Release the hands back down. Find your runner's lunge. Step back into plank. Hug the elbows in. Lower down, chaturanga. Press down into the pubic bone as you lift the chest for cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes. Press back into plank or half plank. Push back for downward dog. Nice work, everybody. We'll take a big inhale here. Exhale. One more inhale. Bend the knees. Take the gaze up towards your hands and step up. Forward fold, big toes together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Nice work, everybody. One more round, let's go. Inhale, in through the nose, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Step back with the right foot. Find your runner's lunge. Press into that front foot, front knee over the front ankle, and rise into your crescent lunge. Back heel is pressing away. Left leg coming back into the hip socket. Feeling that strength in your legs. We're going to come in for our warrior one. So when you're ready, begin to pivot on the back foot. Lower the back heel and turn the toes out at about a 45-degree angle. Keep this front knee over the front ankle. Pelvis is facing the top right corner of your mat. Reach up through the fingertips. Relax the shoulders. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Interlace the hands behind your lower back. Roll the shoulders back and press the knuckles away. Take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Outside of the left shoulder comes to the inside of the left knee. Crown of the head relaxes down for humble warrior. Reach the knuckles, lift them up behind you. Press into that front foot. Take an inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale and release the hands to the ground in front of you. We're going to walk them out at a 45-degree angle, okay? Reaching through the fingertips. We'll lengthen through the crown of the head. We're going to find a little bit of wave here, just like we did in the cat-cow. Exhale and lower. Inhale, raise the heart space, open it forward. Exhale and lower. Press into that front foot. I know your legs are probably talking to you. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Nice work. Walk the hands to frame the front foot. Pick up the back heel and step back in for a forward fold. Crown of the head relaxes down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press into the feet, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Final side, let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Take a big inhale into a halfway lift. Reach the crown out to the horizon. Exhale and fold. Step back with the left foot. Find your runner's lunge here. Press into the front foot, knee over the ankle, and rise up into your crescent lunge. Nice work, everyone. Relax the shoulders. Pull the right leg back into the hip socket, and relax and pivot the back heel down. Toes point out at a 45, finding our warrior one. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release the hands and interlace them behind the back once more. Opposite thumb on top. Roll the shoulders back as you pull the knuckles down. Really press into the pinky toe edge of that back foot to keep the back leg nice and long and strong. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release the heart forward. Outside of the right shoulder comes to the inside of the right knee. Crown of the head relaxes down for humble warrior. Reach the knuckles up behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Really press down into those feet. Keep the legs strong. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands. They're coming to the inside of the right foot. Walk them out at a 45-degree angle. Lengthen up along the spine. Exhale and fold. Just waving the spine, opening the heart up forward like a cow motion. Exhaling, rounding the chin to the chest. Inhaling. Exhaling, finding some fluidity. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back to center. This time, step the right leg back. Hug the elbows in, lower down, chaturanga. Press down into the pubic bone. Inhale, lift the chest for cobra. Exhale and lower. Tuck the toes. Press back up into plank. And push back for a child's pose. Grounding the knees. Maybe the knees come wide. Maybe the back toes together. Finding an extended child's pose as you reach the hands forward. And relax your chest, your chin, your heart space all the way down. Beautiful work, everybody. As you're ready, you can press back up, We're going to do a few final forward folds in a seated position as we bring the heart rate down, draw inwards even more before we come to our final relaxation and meditation. We're going to extend our right leg out, draw the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh, flex the toes back towards the face. You can keep your fingertips grounded and lengthen up through the spine. You can walk your hands forward, maybe placing them on the shin, reaching the reaching the forehead towards the toes. Maybe you reach the hands to the foot, relax the nose towards the knee, ensuring that you're flexing these toes back to really keep the back of the leg grounded here. It'll help you lengthen along the spine. And again, this is no pain, no tension, just ease. So find what feels good. Don't pull yourself or force anything here. Just use the breath to soften and let go. As you're ready, we'll rise up and we'll come on to the other side. So lengthening the left leg. Sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh as the right knee relaxes down. Flex the left toes towards the face. Keeping the fingertips grounded, you can lift up. Maybe you walk the hands forward. Maybe you fold over that left leg, reaching the forehead towards the toes. Maybe reaching the nose towards the knee. Again, no forcing, just gentle tension. Allowing the back of the left leg to ground down. Breathing into the space that you're creating in your body. As you're ready, you can rise up, and this time we'll take both legs out long in front of us, coming in for a final forward fold. You can keep the knees bent if you'd like. You can lengthen them as much as you'd like. Flex the toes towards the face, and again, just allow yourself to gently fold forward. I used to think in my yoga practice that I had to get my chest all the way down to my thighs, or I had to be able to interlace my hands behind my feet. But the aim here is just to find the ease in the body. Find the place that feels good for you. Every body is different. Every day in our body is different. So as we fold forward and we come closer to the sensations that we're feeling, the emotions that are arising, just know that it's okay to just let go and just let it be. Just be with what feels right. As you're ready, you can release, and we'll come down to our backs, finding a final resting and meditation posture. If it feels good for you, you can relax down on your back, maybe keeping your knees bent and your feet on the ground, allowing your knees to rest inwards. If you'd like, you can place a blanket under your lower back for support, or a pillow. Maybe you even lengthen the legs long. Just allow the toes to spread out. We're coming into our final relaxation and meditation portion of the class. So I invite you just to find what feels good for you here. If it feels better for you to remain in a seated position, I'll join you as I guide you through these final moments. Wherever you are, let's take these moments to relax our body down, to enjoy the fruits of our practice, Maybe using your awareness to do a body scan by placing your awareness on your toes and relaxing them down, on your shins, on your knees and your legs, and just relaxing every cell and muscle in this area. And moving to your hips and allowing your hips and your belly to soften. Allowing your shoulders to melt down onto the back. Allowing your arms to relax down by your sides. Allowing your fingertips to go limp. Just allowing the breath to travel into all of these areas to soften and release any tension. Relaxing the jaw and your cheeks. Maybe closing down your eyes. Maybe keeping your gaze soft. Relax the space between your eyes, between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. And now relax your scalp. Use your awareness. Use your breath. If you hear any noises, if anything arises in your thoughts and your feelings, just notice them. Let them go. Bring your attention back to your breath. These final moments are just for you to be here, to be present with your body, to be present with all that is. Is there anywhere where you can soften even just a little bit further? Now I invite you to release the breath. Any holding or patterning you may have had on the breath, you can just let that go. Allow the body to breathe naturally. Remaining here for a few more moments. If you'd like, you can remain in Shavasana. You can end your practice here. You can remain for as long as feels good and right for you. If you'd like, you can press up to a seated position and meet me here, keeping the gaze soft or your eyes shut down. We'll come to a crossed leg or sitting back on your heels, whatever feels comfortable for you. We'll once more bring our presence, bring our awareness to our space as we allow our sits bones to relax down and lengthen up through our spine. Take a big breath in. Open your eyes. Welcome back, yogis. We'll take one more breath, drawing the hands up towards the sky and gathering all the beautiful energy we've created together. We'll bring it back towards our hearts, giving it to ourselves, giving it to our spaces. And I bow to you and I say namaste.